Доброго времени суток, дорогие зрители моего канала. Меня зовут Веритас, и мы продолжаем проходить Fallout 4.
Jack, I'll take care of it. Mrs. Cabot, don't worry. I'll send someone to find Emmoджен.
Thank you, Emmoджен. I can always count on you. Why can't you be as devoted as the other?
Где этот пистолет? То есть его просто так скоммунизить можно, что ли?
Just doing my job. Speaking of which, here's all we got back of the last delivery from Parsons. Raiders got the rest of it, I'm sorry to say.
Ah, good. Finally. This will help settle Mother down.
Emmoджen is Jack's sister. You probably figured that out yourself. She's, a little flighty. Impulsive. From time to time, she runs off. Usually with a new boyfriend. Then I send somebody to bring her home.
Ну, погнали за Эмоджен.
The trouble usually isn't finding her. It's persuading her to come home. I don't know where she's gone, but I can give you a place to start. She's been spending a lot of time in Good Neighbor. That's a jazz club there, the third rail. Somebody there must know something. She's not known for keeping her mouth shut.
I know the third rail. I'll ask around there.
Мужики, пойдем искать Эмоджен. Это такое странное имя. Я все еще не верю, что это реальное имя, если честно. Я постоянно забываю, что я реально знаю персонажей с таким именем. Типа, я когда начал смотреть третью кампанию Critical Role, я подумал, что Эмоджен это какое-то прям фэнтезийное имя. Из разряда тех, что Мэтт Мерсер набирает с помощью... из своей головы или с помощью генератора имен. Но нет, это реально имя. Так, добрососедство. Эх, ни хрена. Добрососедство, по-моему, тут недалеко. Сравнительно. Да, тут совсем близко. Мне казалось, что тут расстояние побольше все-таки. Давно не игрался. О, это что у нас тут? А, понятно. О, привет. Брах. Ну чё, как жизнь? Ну так себе, видимо. О, еще один леденящий дробовик. Вот это мы, кстати, возьмем. Дробовик оставим, а вот это возьмем. Кстати, можно еще из мира Эдди пострелять. Патронов не очень много, но они есть. Ой. Не помню, когда у меня в последний раз было так много хп. Давайте вспомним, что мне нужно. Можно, конечно, это дело прокачать, но... Хз. Я бы, наверное, все-таки начал прокачивать... стоп. Во, стойкость. Надо становиться живучее. Кстати, раз уж мы в добрососедстве, надо поспать. Надо обязательно поспать.
never actually been in here before. But from what I hear, we better watch our step.
Looks like we got another freak just
Hey,
won't
Charlie.
fit anywhere.
My client appreciates the work you did with his rat problem. Now, if you're buying, let's hear what you want.
Yo, do you know Emmogen Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kind of balmy. Haven't seen her in a while, though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! This guy wants a word.
Так, это Магнолия, да?
Excuse me, miss.
What's the matter, handsome? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
6 last raider attack. Folks
I
want
love the
some
song.
drinks.
It was perfect.
Oh, well, thank you. A girl tries her best. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. I think I know a fellow performer when I see one. You're good with your words. Know just the right thing to say at the right time. So what brings a man like you to my part of town?
I came here for the music.
Flatterer. I think you and I are gonna get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
Do you know Emmogen Cabot?
Emmogen? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
She's missing, and her family's worried about her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seemed like a body that could use looking after.
Please, tell me what you know.
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Emmogen, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible.
Pam, would you come over here a minute?
Так, кого ждем? А, этого, точно.
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this fine gentleman here was just looking for Emmogen. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Emmogen was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Emmogen's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fellow.
Ну, погнали. Сейчас я заночую тут. Закуплюсь потрошками. И мы пойдем возвращать Эмоджен.
What, I look like a bartender? Take your troubles someplace else.
Oh, you. Staying with us today? Renter assumes no expectation of privacy or safety for you or your belongings.
Deal.
Top floor, long hallway, last room on the right.
А то что-то по патронам, конечно, в этом пистолете у меня не очень хорошо с 45-м калибром. Прям грустненько, я бы сказал. Ну, водичка там недалеко. Ух ты ж, блин. Водичка там недалеко есть, так что попить я смогу.
Don't worry. I only test the weapons on customers I don't like. Feel free to browse.
Ну, давайте обменяемся.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Each weapon tested on someone who deserved it.
Ну, это не совсем то, что мне нужно. Это тоже не совсем то, что мне нужно. А вот это вот уже совсем другое дело. Ну-ка. Давайте 100 куплю. Может, я что-то и продать могу? Вот, бафаут я и продам. Антирадином я не так часто пользуюсь. Я некоторое количество я сейчас сдам. Вот стакан продам. Какими патронами я, в принципе, не пользуюсь. Патроны для гамма-пушки. Ядерные батареи. Это все нужно. Это все нужно. Хотя... И вот этим я обычно не пользуюсь, так что... Оп. И даже почти не потратился. Кайф. В принципе, недалеко бежать. Я этого лутал уже? Нет. А, этого да, патронов у него нету, так что, скорее всего, лутал. А, у этих Пикман убил. Смотрите, у этих визитка Пикмана. У меня есть подозрение, что это что-то типа случайной встречи, их обычно тут нет. Если это так, то я раньше такого не встречал. Ух ты ж, блин. Давайте-ка в обход. Я лишний раз с Михалычем иметь дело. Да твою мать, ты че, серьезно? Я настолько косой, что ли? Я в стену стреляю. И где он? Где этот Винни-Пух? Он сейчас с тыла подойдет, да? О. Михалыч, походу, вон туда убежал, и там его порешили. О. Здесь у нас рейдеры чилили. Где? О. Че, по нему попал, что ли? Ага, вот он наш театр. Или что это там? В прошлый раз, когда я тут проходил, они все... А, они и так, походу, враждебны, да? Или нет? Я не понял. Вы враждебны или нет? Ну, вроде не должны быть. Я же должен с ним разговаривать. С ними. Привет.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
I'm looking for Emmogen Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Emmogen is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
Her family's worried about her.
You can tell them that she's fine. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
Мудацкие.
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
Look, truth is, we had a little, disagreement about her joining the movement. She got kind of violent. So I locked her in there until I could figure out what to do with her. If you're willing to take her off my hands, let me unlock the door for you, and then she's all yours. I've got to warn you, she's way stronger than she looks. It took all of us combined to even get her locked up in there.
Don't think I can pick this.
А, он сейчас сам откроет. Чё ты так долго идешь? Давай. Шевелись, шевелись, ножками двигай.
She's all yours, neighbor.
Здорово, бабуль. Как же...
You must be Emmogen.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone a bit... younger.
You really know how to flatter a lady, don't you? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's younger sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Jack has a serum that reverses aging?
It's more like it halts aging. I started taking it when I was 32, so normally that's what I look like. You'll see once I get my treatment. I was well known as one of the belles of Boston society, back when there was any.
Actually, there's only one vial of the serum left. Raiders got the rest.
I'd better get home before Mother convinces Jack that she needs all of it. That he could still be such a mama's boy at his age is ridiculous. I'm so disappointed in Thomas. He seemed so interesting at first. But after we came here, he turned out to be just another brute. He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Need anything before we go?
No. I didn't bring anything worth taking with me. Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Окей.
Is it just me, or does this place seem almost freakishly clean?
Прям как-то даже слишком легко мы проблему решили. Ну-ка.
Someone's coming. Guess it's safe. I don't think we're alone.
Hold up. Guess I'm just getting jumpy.
Это надо было сделать рано или поздно. А, это все, это вот уже... Это уже наша улица.
Try again. I think it's clearing up. Edward!
I feel
Edward!
like we've stepped back in time.
Oh my
Edward,
god, it's
switch
happening.
over to the Hartley modulator. Do you copy?
Gee, now. How's this?
Oh, that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway, right there. Sorry. Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office. Elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in. Edward! Ah! There's no signal at all. I've lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
I don't need anything right now, thank you.
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
I found Emmogen. She's fine.
Oh, yes, good.
At least one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right? Here, I hope that's the right amount. Now, we really need to focus on the current emergency.
How can you be so callous about your sister's safety?
I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
What exactly does this serum do?
I suppose it's time you knew. The main benefit of the serum is to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old. But it also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole. It increases strength and resistance to all kinds of physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
If you're 400 years old, then you were born before the Great War.
Yes, I think you were too. I'd say mid-21st century?
That's right. I was in cryosleep until recently.
Interesting. We'll have to talk more about that later, but time presses. Is there anything else before we get going?
Where do you get this serum from?
My father, Lorenzo Cabot, is confined in Parsons. He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an archaeological dig in Arabia. He gained various seemingly paranormal powers, as well as becoming increasingly irrational and violent. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him, for his own safety, as well as ours.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling him all this?
In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me, but if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities. Exactly right. Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Got it.
Good. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And try not to hurt him.
I love Father at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
Don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother. And if Emmogen finally comes home, for God's sake, don't let her leave again until I get back. Now I really do have to go.
Ну что ж.
Oh, what do you want?
На сегодня, я думаю, мы потихонечку закончим. О, теперь я могу брать здесь штуки. Если вы здесь впервые, вы можете подписаться на канал, поставить лайк, нажать на колокольчик. А меня зовут Веритас. Всем до новых встреч. Всем пока-пока-пока-пока. О, они заменили стакан.